Did you know Taylor Swift used a piece of man-made glass to redefine the meaning of happiness? Welcome to the ultimate breakdown of Opalite, from her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, and yes, stay tuned. Taylor just dropped a secret remix that sent the internet into a frenzy. The video opens like a time capsule, a perfectly curated 90s dreamscape, all grainy film and lo-fi infomercial energy. Shot entirely on film by Rodrigo Prieto. It feels like a deliberate crash landing into a vintage world where every frame doubles as metaphor. An MTV-era set stitched together with neon graphics and a nostalgic velvet couch. Taylor sits transfixed by a grainy television playing a high-energy ad for Opalite spray, a gleaming 90s prop promising to erase the past with one magical spritz. A flickering number 3 on the TV, a tidy, multi-layered Easter egg that names the song track 3 on The Life of a Showgirl sits beside a TV. Taylor has version book spine to tease her re-recording and completes a 1, 2, 3 sequence that nods to the era's tour fan chant. The commercial even flashes a toll-free, call 1-800 Opalite, a knowing wink that happiness is something you can actively order for yourself. Symbolism runs deep. The video sets up a stark contrast between Onyx and Opalite. Onyx stands in for black and white, heavy seasons of Taylor's past. Opalite, the man-made iridescent glass, signals transition and healing, the deliberate choice to build joy. Cutaways give us the rock and the cactus, emotional walls, and the prickly remnants of heartbreak. A close-up shows Taylor threading an iridescent opalite bead onto a friendship bracelet, a small, intimate ritual of actively building her own happiness. Domhnall Gleeson's character is shown awkwardly clutching a spiky cactus in bed, a painfully literal depiction of how we cling to defenses that prick us more than they protect. The narrative peaks when both Taylor and Domhnall reach for the opalite spray at the exact same moment. A shimmering mist bursts between them, and the onyx shadows and the cactus's spikes dissolve, two isolated worlds merging into one luminous frame. The spray becomes a bridge. When both people decide to spray away their baggage, there's space to come together in a brilliantly iridescent world. There are playful, character-driven moments too. The beaded bracelet reads like an era's tour callback, the letters initially aligned to Friend Forever, and then, in a classic Swiftian plot twist, shift to a cheeky, profanity-laced gag just before the screen fades. It's irreverent, sly humor layered into the nostalgia. So, where did this 90s vision come from? Taylor says the whole idea crash-landed into her imagination while on The Graham Norton Show. Sitting alongside Cillian Murphy, Domhnall Gleeson, Greta Lee, Jodie Turner-Smith, Lewis Capaldi, and Graham Norton himself, she got a spark when Domhnall joked he wanted to be in a video. A week later, he had a script in his inbox. Before long, she'd convinced the whole guest lineup, and even Graham, to time travel. Back to the 90s. Taylor described the collaboration like a school group project, but for adults, and it isn't mandatory. A line that's both teasing and affectionate about the set's playful vibe. The behind-the-scenes energy bleeds into the video's ending. As the music fades, we find the cast out of character on a faux 90s talk show set. Domhnall turns to Graham and jokes about whether he sold the spray well enough. Lewis deadpants about being the gemstone expert. Cillian looks bemused by the props, and Jodie laughs about the whole mandatory not mandatory school project atmosphere. It mirrors the convivial chaos Taylor described from the actual Graham Norton taping, and reinforces the idea that the project was as much about friendship as it was about symbolism. Taylor explained the song's intent in an interview with Capital Breakfast. Opalite is just so infectiously, contagiously happy. It's about choosing happiness and getting through rough times, adversity, and really choosing your own joy. It didn't just happen accidentally. She also revealed the personal tether. The song is a tribute to her fiancé, Travis Kelce. The opal is his birthstone, yet she picked Opalite, the man-made version, on purpose. What if you make your own happiness, she asked. That choice turns the stone into a metaphor. Joy as something you can craft, apply, and build with your own hands. And the news cycle keeps spinning. 2 days ago, Taylor released Opalite, produced by Jack Antonoff. Where the original leans into a gentle, luminous ballad, the Neon Glow remix ramps it into stadium mode, bigger, brighter, designed for sing-along arenas. Swifties have already dissected a massive Easter egg in the remix. At roughly 2:13, you can hear a man's deep laugh and the word electric. Fans are convinced it's Travis Kelce, a cameo that cements the song's personal origin and gives the refrain a new, neon-lit meaning. Happiness that literally glows in the dark. Between the 1-800 number, the friendship bracelet gag, the Opalite spray that mends worlds, and the Graham Norton Sorset cameos, Opalite is both a playful 90s fever dream and a carefully plotted thesis on agency and joy. Taylor made new friends, new metaphors, and some bold fashion choices along the way. Proof that happiness can be manufactured, curated, and worn like an iridescent stone. So, did you catch the possible Travis cameo at 2:13, or were you more distracted by Domhnall and Lewis's banter at the end? If you could call 1-800-OPALITE and spray away one thing from your past, what would it be? Drop your theories below, and don't forget to subscribe if you want every single Taylor drop dissected as it lands.